high. Ooh. A one's end explode into space and like a true nature's child. Cause we were born to be wild. We can climb so high. I never wanna die. Born to be wild. My goodness. My goodness. What happened? What happened yesterday? Oh my God. Holy shit. I gotta swear, I gotta use all the words today. My goodness. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Swallow it. Oh, whoops, I forgot over here. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Did I trigger anybody? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me take that out. We're here for the charts. I apologize for that. I was still here, getting all up in terms of the election results. And like I said, as I've been saying, since I started that goddamn, since I started, and I'm not going to say that word, that's a curse word, but since I started this stream, okay, I tell you one thing only, okay, and I really, really, really would like if you could kind of get this thing in your head that this game is rigged. It's rigged. They know where it's going. They know where it's headed. And the sooner I stopped trying to guess where it was going to go, the sooner you can become more profitable. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm not even all excited about the fact that Trump won. I mean, yeah, that's part of it. But look at how beautiful this is. Oh my gosh. Look at this. We broke through the fucking all-time high again. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Exactly what I'm saying. Kim is right. Jump overnight. And this is what I mean. Don't look at the elections. Don't look at like price is king. I even released a video yesterday saying how if this level held down here, this 57.25, 57.30, we were likely pushing to the highs. Hey, it's all there. I said it. And look at that. What just happened? We pushed through the highs. It would have made no difference if Kamala won. It would have been the same outcome in the end. But another month, another all-time high, and another time, so was the system. And so was what I say all the time, right? Buy the dip. This here is the elevator down, but this is the elevator back up as well. But, I mean, look at this. We have the breakdown. I mean, come on. Like, month and month, I would be beating myself. I'm like, the market is rigged. We're going to fresh highs again. And then Twitter is like, we're bearish. We're going to pull back. It's Trump that's going to win. You know, there's so much different information that you can gather yourself. But at the end of the day, look at this. This is a multi-level of support where we bought, by the way, okay? We bought this level down here. And look at this. 57.25, 57.30. It was not only a 1 day, 2 day, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21, lucky 21 days of action in this particular level, meaning when we have a ceiling, we then turn it into support. And what happens from that level of support? This crap happens. And you can argue with me that it was Trump, it was Kamala, it was this, it was that. But what I will argue is that this whole thing here has been rigged. It's the buyer, the same buyer that was performing actions here. It's nothing but the same buyer buying here and then getting us to a higher price, which is right where we're at right now. And what am I going to say right now? Nothing but the same I've been saying before. I'm going to wait for the dip, and then I'm going to buy it so that we can wait for the rip. Oh, man, I can tell I'm excited today because it's basically, let's take out the glasses, but it's what I've been saying this whole time, that these are nothing but dips on ES. Like, we buy the dip, okay? Don't become trying to guess where's the top, where is anything. Don't do it. What did I say yesterday? If you're gonna short ES, send me your money. You know what I mean? At least I'll go gamble it away over there somewhere. But don't short ES. It doesn't work. Okay? Look at this. The Bulls have won again. And the next month, when we get the next dip, everybody's gonna be again, we're gonna sell off, the stock market crash is coming, and then I'm gonna be like, well, let's buy the dip, and then we're gonna get to another all-time high. It's gonna look like it's not gonna happen. We're gonna get to new all-time highs, and then rinse and repeat the same good old formula. So anyways, let's get down to the real business over here. I know you guys want to hear some levels or something, but I just really wanted to point that, make that point home, that the Bulls win. Okay, this shirt here, I know it's a basketball team. Okay, I don't follow basketball. I don't do that. But today is a special day, so I decided to wear it. Okay, the Bulls, my friend, the Bulls. Look at this. Remember, I was talking crap last week, and I said to you, the Bears don't get nothing. They get a little picture like that, and they're eating their little cherries for a reason, because they cannot break us down. They cannot. They've proven to me that they are the losers in the game. And therefore, I don't want to be a loser. I want to be a winner. So I'm going to ride the bull to the top, baby. I'm going to ride that thing all the way to the top. I mean, if we do get a pullback here, it would be kind of, understandable. We're at fresh new all-time highs. And again, anybody who shorted yesterday, I don't know. I really don't know. You know those days where I get caught trying to buy the dip and then I look kind of silly? Well, today's the other way. And I would proclaim myself as the winner, because anybody who was trying to short this is that silly, but at least I got reason to be buying the dip on the dumps, because I know in the end this shit happens. The rip comes, but the dump doesn't come. So if I were to argue, I'll take my odds with the Bulls. You know what I mean? All right. Well, today, very simple. What am I looking at here? I know we want to talk about today. I apologize. I get a little bit out of hand here. What am I looking at here? Well, I see nothing but another good old trap here below the all-time highs, which is 59.2725. If I'm not wrong here, let me check. That is incorrect. The all-time high is actually 57.25. Let me see. 27.25. Sorry. Yes, my levels are right. You see that? I thought I was wrong, but no, they are right. I'm here kind of reading price wrong. So this yellow line here, that yellow line there, those are previous all-time highs set in ES. Again, like I say, you need to have lines on your chart. Okay, so lines of support and resistance. I got 27.25 as a level of support now. Why? Well, because we already kind of trapped to the downside here. We have that little trap there. We have, look at this. When we first got to the all-time high, you see what happens here at the all-time high? We get denied. This is worth pointing out here. This is what happened overnight. Look at this. 27.25 got hit at 2:36 in the morning when I was sleeping. And then we basically get denied and we pull back to the next level of support. But how coincidental do you think that we get denied at the all-time high? It's not coincidence at all. So yes, you might say, well, it's an all-time high, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna have a type of pullback. But that's how technical analysis in general works, in like the whole thing I'm preaching here, which is that all-time high is going to be a key level. So then we get denied, we rally right through it, and then what's going to happen after we rally right through it? We have a ceiling, we break through it, we're going to come back, likely back test, and turn that area into what's called support. Let's see if the charts prove to me that that's what happened. Well, I do see that we got a nice little trap to the downside. We got the push, and then we got the back test. The cousin of the trap, you can see here, below the all-time high, we get the rally, and then the cousin of the trap is right here. Look at that. It plays out over and over and over again. I cannot explain why, but it just does. And that's what amazes me. But if you haven't watched those videos, they are on my channel. They are there. This is what I'm talking about. We have the trap. We have the cousin right there. The back test of the previous all-time high. Meaning, what do I mean right now? We should have already been long 27.25. But I woke up late today, so we are late to the fiesta here. We are late to the party. We should have been long there already. And then you might be like, why long? Why long? Why not look for a short? I'm going to tell you why, and it's a very simple answer. Because I don't short that boner candle. Look, you see that thing? Look at it. Does that look like a shortable candle to you? Does this look like a shortable candle to you? It doesn't. I mean, I know how I sound sometimes, just trying to buy, but it's the easier side. I'm telling you. I banged my head up against the wall many months, many days trying to short this thing. And when I just stop fighting, when you stop resisting this thing and you just go with the trend, it is so much easier. But yes, we had a great jump overnight. Amazing. And that's why you had to wear this shirt today. The Bulls are back. I mean, they were never really gone. And I was like, awesome call yesterday, Kim says. Went mostly flat. Well, thank you, but I mean, when the trap is laid out to the downside, when you have levels of key support that hold, it's very obvious that the opposite is going to happen. You know, we're going to push. And while, yes, sometimes you can get caught on the wrong side, you know, trying to buy too early or certain things, but understand that at least you're going with the trend. You're trying to go with the trend. And I don't mean just because we buy at the all-time high here that we're going to go with the trend. No, you must wait for key levels of support to test. You must wait for the trap to test, and then we buy. You know what I mean? We don't want to just buy just because the trend says we're going to push higher. And right now, of course, we have the obvious and very obvious, what everyone's going to be looking for this morning is the gap fill. In case you're not aware of it, we do have it. I always look at it on the 15-minute time frame, which is right here. Let me actually, you know, kind of put that here. So yesterday we closed that right here. We closed at 58.19. We are opening up at 59.32. So is that gap going to get filled? I don't know, but what I will say to you is very simple. Below 57.25, which is the previous all-time high, if this trap fails, which is the 59.19, I am looking for the short. I am looking for the gap fill to get filled. I'm staying very flexible now. I'm adjusting as I go. I'm learning and becoming a better trader as I go as well. And as I am in the UK, was able to get some ride this morning on Bitcoin as well. That was a nice payday. I love it. I love to hear it. You know what I like? The fact that you're even saying that you're long these things. You know what I mean? Like, it's rigged, isn't it? Like, I don't know. I'm telling you, it's just, I know that, you know, sometimes, how do I say this? On Twitter, on social media and stuff like that, you can get kind of the wrong bias based on what a lot of people believe. But let's not, you know, put our beliefs in there. Let's just go with price. Price is king. Buenos dias. Another day, another all-time high. You missed the morning. I was even singing over here. My goodness. Look at this. Trump has won. The Bulls are back in another month, another day, where I tell you the same good old story. We must buy the dip. We don't sell short the rip. Look at this level of support. We traded this. This is not hindsight, okay? We bought down there. We became buyers, and as exactly as stated on my video yesterday, that we were likely pushing to the all-time highs, and then boom! Yeah, the futures cleaned up all the shorts and traders overnight. How has Trump affected the market? Honestly, I think this whole thing's rigged. Either Trump or Kamala had won. This outcome was going to be inevitable. But that's my theory. How has Trump affected the market so far? Well, we're at brand new all-time highs again. So if you want to talk about how has Trump affected the market, I guess he's affected it in a very positive manner so far. The markets love it. We should have been long that 30 over there. And this is why I say I'm not looking for the gap fill until this level down here breaks. This is easy, guys. Look at this. We have the trap here below the all-time highs after rallying through it. Okay? You have the rally, you have the trap, and then you have the cousin of the trap, which is the back test. Tell me I'm wrong. Just tell me I'm wrong, but the charts tell me I'm right. We have the trap below the highs, the previous all-time high. We have the back test literally to the tick. Look at this. Look at this back test was to 2650. The all-time high was 2725. 2 ticks off. Am I going to be crying here that it wasn't right to my level? No. This is exactly the back test of the previous all-time high. That's what I mean, that the Bulls win, baby. We must look for longs. Below this level, I'm looking for a short, and I'll be looking for that gap fill, which is about over 30 points to the downside. So we got to stay flexible to the idea of the gap. But we must follow price. They must have smashed a lot of short traders overnight. Look, if I could play you a video here, I would. But it's kind of, I don't want it to stay here on the stream. It's on my Facebook. Let me see if I can find it here. Let's wait for the market to open up, and then I'll show you. 1 minute to market open, so get ready. Remember, if we do chop around today, it's okay. Thursday is the big day. We have FOMC getting released on Thursday. Interest rate, Fed rate decision. Their likelihood gonna be cutting rates. What does that mean for me? It means I don't really care. I'm going to be looking for a buy at supports, and then I'm going to be wanting to long the choo-choo train. But hopefully today we get the dip. That's true. The Bulls, man, they win. I'm telling you. Since I started this stream, it's just been funny how Twitter is always bearish. And I seem to be the most bullish person every time. And I know how I look sometimes trying to buy the dip when it's dumping. And then you guys will be like, why is this guy buying the dip? Well, this is why I'm buying the dip, because the inevitable happens. We get this. Market's open for business. I am not trading this right now. We just got fresh highs. Trump is elected. I am likely expecting some volatility today. So I'm going to be staying very nimble right now. And I'm going to be waiting to see if we can break down this 27, looking for the pullback. Because come on. Yes, as much as I tell you, we're looking for the highs, we're blah, blah, blah. The dip is going to come, right? We don't want to get caught offside here. Buenos dias, Antonio. This man's putting in work. He's at work, still tuning in. I appreciate it. If you're surprised about these all-time highs, I mean, go watch some of my videos, because it's all free too. That's the thing. It's all free. When I was new and, I was starting to learn, I would gather all the information that I could, and then I would basically mold my idea on trading based on everybody's ideas. But then I realized that everybody's idea was kind of garbage. And then I basically learned from somebody else, and then blah, blah, months later, Now we got the traps. I trade the traps, I trade the back test, and I trade the breakdowns. So I do find pride in the fact of knowing that, you know, I'm kind of unique in the space. And this is why I started the channel. Because if I was like everybody else preaching to you, you know, let's just short right here. Look at this. We got the trend line break over here. The bear flag. You know, like, I mean, what is that? Like, everybody knows that bear flag just broke there. But what is that really? All right, this is a key level right here. 27.25 getting tested. The bear flag, duck the bear flag. If you're shorting that bear flag there, I mean, I hope you find grace in your soul. But I mean, right now I'm waiting for the breakdown, but I cannot be shorting because of this ducking bear flag. You know what I mean? Like, or trend line. If anything, it's a better buy. We could have been long there too. Fuck. I apologize here. I'm a little bit late to this fiesta here. It's just, you know what I mean? I don't want to get too excited yet. Like, we just opened up. There's been a lot of headlines overnight, of course. A lot of volume, volatility might be kicking in. So I don't want to long here right now, but I do understand, obviously, that 27.25 is a level of support now. That shirt. I had to wear it today. I had to. It's the perfect day to wear it. So far, I mean, we are opening up with a little bit of chop here, which is kind of, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, come on, we just rallied to all-time highs. The market's allowed to chop here. I will say one thing. If you're looking for that gap fill, I feel sorry for your soul. Do not be looking for that gap fill. Below this level, I am looking for it. I should have been long already, like I said. 27.25. We get the dip right here. Look at that. We get a little bit of a trap down here. I should have been long there. Come on, Leo. Wake up. It's time to ride the bull. All right, looks like we're kind of like going sideways a little bit here. All right, look, I'm going to show you. Oh, no, actually, I did put it up on the Discord yesterday. If you're not there, it is free, 100% free. So you can feel free to join. I'm going to put up the link very shortly on the stream right now. I actually forgot to do this. Look, I sent this yesterday at 8:32. I sent it. That's a perfect representation of the market. All the shorts lined up, and then the bull comes in. Look at this. See that? These are called toritos. They are, whoops. What just happened? Where are my charts? Where did they go? They're gone. I don't know where they went. Let me fix this. Give me a second. All right, we're good. We're good. But yeah, that's the perfect representation of when the bull comes in. They get wrecked. The shorts get wrecked. They run. I don't know if you can see it there. I sent it yesterday. That's the bull. I know it's kind of laggy. I'm not sure why it's laggy, but I mean, if you want to see the video on laggy, well, join the community then. The link is on the chat. It's a 100% free community. There are no in-app purchases. I say that because I got this game the other day and had to basically buy some perks or some things if I wanted to basically continue playing. And I'm like, what is this ducking crap? You know what I mean? You told me it was free, but then I gotta pay. Why? Why do I gotta pay for something that's free? That makes no sense. So we're kind of chopping. I'm glad I'm staying out of this right now. I mean, remember, we just made a new all-time high. I'm not trying to be first in line for the dip, but all I'm saying is I'm waiting for the dip so then I can buy it and then we can wait for the rip. NQ is pushing while ES is kind of holding here. It looks like we want to break down. I don't know yet. Again, we're above 27.25, which means it's a long, but I'm just really trying to stay, patient and not trying to overly expect too much right now. But it is looking a little choppy right now. So be careful. Unless you're long 27.25, I mean, there's really no business to be doing anything. I'm thinking about longing here, I'll be honest. 32, maybe I mean, it's proving it's still holding. As much as I think we might be pulling back, I mean, we're holding. So I don't want to chase here at 33, but maybe if we get another test of 30, I'll get long there. One thing I'm sure not going to be doing right now is shorting. Do not be shorting the choo-choo train because there's a ducking gap. If you're going to short this thing, we have to wait for this level to break down first. 33. I don't want to get long 33. If we get another test of 30, I'll give it a risky shot, but it is a risky trade, like I said. Don't take it easy, you know what I mean? It's just got elections, take it easy. What kind of fill was that? Da, 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. All right, am I satisfied with this little quick scalp here? I'm gonna go break even. Dun, 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 dun. Stress-free. Stress-free. If I get broken even, which I just did, I'll be looking for another fill at the 30 down here. I didn't really like how I got filled there at that level. Oh, come on. Don't break me even and then rally. Like I said, it's a little choppy here. I'm testing the waters here on this 30 level, but I'm being cautious. I'm exercising some caution as well. So I broke even on that one. It didn't really want to push yet. I mean, it's looking pretty, pretty tight in here. Look at this. So I'm staying on the side of cautious. Staying cautious. If I get filled at 30, I'll be happy. But that fill at 32, I was not really happy with that. I do want to be back long, just at my price. If it can fill me at 30, I'll be happy. I could have stayed long there, but we'll see. Hey, at least I made 1250. I covered commissions and I'm up 1250. I broke even. 1250, baby. Can't complain with 1250. All right, come on. I want to get along this choo-choo train, but oh. I think I might have been broken even, and this thing's about to squeeze. Oh my goodness. Fuck. You see why I love break-even trades? I love them so much. I love break-evens. I don't know. I'm staying. I'm not getting too excited here. It's kind of looking weird. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. There's no real distribution happening right now. We will distribute this move. It's pretty tight in here, but when is the question? You know what I mean? Unless I was long that 27, 25, I should not be touching this thing. Below that level, I'm looking for a short. Above this level, I'm looking for a long. The market can become easier when you look at things like that. Like when you have a key level, are you looking for a long or are you looking for a short? Well, price is king, so we looking for a long right now. But what I'm trying to get at here is your trading can become simpler at that point. It's looking like we're going to be breaking down here. So this is another thing. This is where biases come in. Like as much as I tell you, above 27, 25, I want to look for a long. I could be getting it long right now. I just said I wanted to be long 30, but I don't feel like this thing is going to be rallying right now. And this is the ducking problem with feelings, that I am feeling a lot of things, but I need to stop feeling and I need to start trading price. Price is king, baby. I'm feeling short right now. I don't know why. We got to pull this thing back, right? I'm looking for a short right now. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm getting more excited towards the short side here. Trying to stay flexible on both ideas here. The long and the short. All right, we're breaking down that 27.25. Let's see where this candle closes. I'm going to wait and see. I could be entering a short right now, but please don't waterfall yet. Don't waterfall yet. The first break like this, I don't really trust. So I want to wait a little bit. I want to wait a little bit more. The shorting is very difficult. They are more difficult than the longs. Well, good thing I guess we broke even on that one over there. I am looking for a short right now. I am not looking for a long. The bull is probably going to be angry with me. So I hope that he's not listening right now. The problem here is if I short this 27.25, we got 21, which is a major level down there. But it is smelling like a breakdown. All right, all right. We just finally closed the candle below 27.25. Podge, I think I should have entered short right there. Right on that little pop there. You saw that little pop right below that 27.25. That was the entry short right there. Kim's got her profit for the day. My goodness, what did you do in here? I made 1250 so far. You're definitely reading this a little bit better, I would say. The fact that you're green. My goodness, here comes the dump. Why didn't I short there? Gotcha! It hurts. The waterfall is coming in. Fudge. What'd you do? Did you long here or you shorted there? That was pretty uptight there. That was pretty tight there. All right, let's see what happens here. We're kind of breaking down this low here. Shorted. Amazing. I should have been short. I should have been short. That 27 is a good entry so far. And you can see here how price is king. We got the bounce, and I'm here talking about how we've got to wait for weakness. Well, I mean, for me, right? I mean, if you short it up here, that's even better. But I just don't like shorting there. But there's a million different ways to trade this thing. But basically, we break down here. We kind of get the little back test, and now we are just waterfalling. Trend is pointing lower right now temporarily. I should have been short. Come on, Leo, wake up, man. Come on. You see this? I fix the chart and it runs away from me. It doesn't want me to trade today. Well, 27.25, exactly the key level. This is why we must be waiting for that breakdown. For me, I like to short weakness. That 27.25, that was it right there. Look at it. I'm waiting to see if we can back this maybe 20, and then I'll be short around 20. Why 20? Well, you can see here, this is with a low of that trap here that I said had to hold in order for us to continue this rally. But, I mean, you can see there, we bounced right from 1950. So my thesis is very simple. If we can get a nice little push back up to that 20, well, then I'll be looking for the continuation back on down. Come on, I'm looking. Oh my gosh. I understand the shorts. I understand where I need to be shorting, but when they come, they just do this. Like they're very fast and more. You're like, I don't know. I don't know why I don't capitalize as much on the shorting side. It's a problem I have. Like right now, I can understand. I can feel bearish. I can be bearish. I can understand where to short at that breakdown of 27.25 up there, but I won't pull the trigger. I don't like shorting. I know that you might be like, well, aren't you a day trader? Like, what kind of day trader are you if you don't want to short? Well, I'm a day trader that likes to win, and I don't know, the shorts are just obviously not high win rates for me, so I kind of tend to avoid them for that reason. Again, this is a personal issue, a personal matter. I'm looking for a long here now, by the way. I like that little pop we got from 06 there. We'll see. I'm going to see where this candle closes here. It looks like we're headed for that gap fill down there. All six battling right now. It's a battle right here at the 06 right now. I like that little pop we got from there. It's not quite smelling trappy yet, but I could be long here. We'll see. I'm gonna try it. Don't try this long, okay? It's a very risky long, but I'm gonna try it. And I could have it down there. I should have it down here. Oh, 06 is struggling. It's struggling, but it's holding so far. There's already a 1-to-1 on my trade. But I don't, you know what I think about 1-to-1s. But yeah, I'm gonna go break even. I'm at break even. I am at break even. And then... and broke even on it. That's how it goes sometimes. I'm adjusting my my way of trading as well when we're getting these when we have big gaps and we have big rallies overnight, and I was before longing at every level of support, and then I would be getting basically dumped on and getting stopped out, taking the loss. So now from, well, I obviously look back, I adjust what I do. So I now take break evens whenever we're on pullback mode, right? Because I know that the levels of support are always gonna give me a 1-to-1, pretty much. Okay, this sounds cocky, I know, but the thing is, I don't lose because my trades are necessarily bad. I sometimes lose because I overcommit at the wrong time. So based on, you know, what I've gathered and looking back on myself as well, right? So now from now on, instead of taking that loss, I simply break even when we're on pullback mode and I'm longing all the levels of support. And then that's a personal choice. You know, I'm not gonna take $200 or 150. I mean, fuck that. I'll break even. You know what I mean? But I won't lose anything, but I'm also not locking that in. But then I start to think, I'm like, well, 200 there, 200 over here. I would have been up already 500. I'm like, whatever. That's another issue. We're solving one issue at a time, okay? We solve one issue at a time. Can't solve them all at once. So we did break down there. You see, I would have been stopped out there whenever we're on these pullbacks. And we pop right back through 06 again. I'm not really, you know, getting excited about longing 06 anymore, as I already took a trade from here. But I'm adjusting as I go. I would find myself too committed to when the pullbacks are coming, too committed. So very simple from there. I simply adjust my strategy, right? Or my stop, really. All right, this is a key kind of battleground right now. You can see how they're battling this 06 level. I'm thinking about longing one more time here, but it's got to be at 06. Maybe it could work out here. I'm going to wait a little bit. All right, fine. Fine. I don't know. I don't really like playing the same level twice. If it doesn't start going, I'm going to get out of this manually. All right, so it just got stopped there. I'm not going to be over trading over here in this particular levels. We're in pullback mode. We need to kind of base out this move. We need to kind of get down there. As I said, I don't really like playing the same level twice. I just did it, so I technically broke one of the rules of mine. And for that reason, I'm going to probably be waiting more patiently now. I took 2 break evens already. 1 stop out there. It looks like we are going to be heading on deeper towards filling that gap, as I should have already been short from that 27.25 level up there. I just don't like taking them, but again, from that 27.25, I should be looking for the gap fill. That was kind of my plan here. But this thing's gonna squeeze pretty soon. I don't know when, but it's gonna probably have to do with this 06 level here. Am I gonna trade this again? We're getting right back above 06 here. I like it. I'm liking this for a long. I don't know why, but all right, I'm gonna try this one more time. I know I'm a little bit late on this entry here, but I like that below 06. Got down to 02, popped right back towards 06. Might be a little bit early, like I said, but we'll see. As long as 06 holds, I'm happy. If it doesn't hold, well, then I'm not happy. And, too early. On squeeze. Take back 06. Take back 06. Oh my goodness. It's trying to. How are we taking back 06? I don't know yet. It looks like it. It looks like it. Push, baby. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Give me the V for the ducking victory. Come on, we gotta rally. We gotta rally. Squeeze, baby, squeeze. Let's squeeze towards that 15. I'm gonna tell you something. I smell something. I don't know what. I wonder if you can smell it. Can you smell it? I don't know yet. I don't know. But if you've been watching, don't know. But it's smelling like a trap to the downside. It's smelling like a ducking trap. And the squeeze is incoming, as always, from a trap. And the squeeze is here. Look at that. How unpredictable. And I'm gonna lock it in. Boom! God damn it. The Bulls, baby, the Bulls. I love this game. I love this ducking game. Do you smell that? Look at it down here. The trap, the squeeze, the victory lap, the V for the ducking victory. And usually, as usual, I end up taking fucking profit too early. God damn it. Shit. Why did I lock it in? But it's better to play it safe. We're still on pullback mode. We're still below 27.25. So we do gotta acknowledge that we have broken down. This trap simply gives us a long entry. We take profit at the next level of resistance, as it is 1975. That was a previous all-time high. Look where we're pulling back from, 1975. No surprise. I sound like an auction guy again. And it looks like we're hunting back again the 27.25, which is where the level we just finished breaking down from. A profit is profit. Bank it. Game's 100% right. Profit. Green is green, baby. I'm not gonna be crying here. Do you smell that? Do you see that? Look at that down there. Look at it. That looks exactly like every single other time. It's crazy actually. It's repetitive. It does the same thing. And this is what I mean. We wait for the rip. Sorry, we wait for the dump. And then we wait for the inevitable, which is the trap. And then the rip. Look at this. 06 level. We get the little breakdown here. I mean, I was a little bit early there on that first trade, but nonetheless, trading is it's a game of probabilities. You need to understand that. Good long. You caught 8 points as well. I love it. I love it. You see what I'm telling you? It's right there. The V for victory. It's right there. It's smelling us. And I could still be long this choo-choo train, but I'm already in the green, so I'm pretty happy now. And this is why we cannot feel bearish just because we're dumping. If we're going lower, look the other way. You know what I mean? Wait for this. Raining money. I like it. We gotta look the other way. You know how they say turn your cheek the other way? Whenever you see the sale coming, I'm not telling you to long anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, use my words with however you want, but what I'm looking for is these particular traps, because these traps, we never know how high we will go. This is why it's very important, and this is key here. We must take the long at the trap, and then we must take profit at the level of resistance, because we do not know how high this trap can get us. We're on pullback mode right now, but we did see that little trap, because all reversals happen from traps. All of them do. If right now we had squeezed to that 27.25, maybe we had gone to 30, dropped back again below 27.25, that would have been a short entry again, and that would create a trap to the upside here, right here, leading us to go lower. But what's important is we must trade level to level. Level to level. We cannot expect for resistance to break through. There's speed bumps. We never know which one's gonna be the little one, and that's kind of my fault here, because on times when the market's pulling back, I'm expecting for resistances to break through. Right? You've seen it, and then I don't take profit, and then it kind of backfires on me by staying in the trade. However, on days where we're already like, you know, we're proving that we're very bullish, I end up taking profit at a key level of resistance, and then we just blow right through it. But I don't know. When I was new, my problem was trying to figure out where to get long at. You know what I mean? Like, I can always adjust and go with the flow and, you know, improve on my trading. But if my entries are no good, well then, can't really fix anything if your entries are no good. And this entry here, that's as sweet as an entry as you're going to get there. And then you get the squeeze. We take profit. That's it. Done. And now you know what the game becomes. As long as 06 holds, we're simply pushing back up to the 27, 25. This is key here. I'm wondering if we're going to get a back test completely and then push off higher. Remember, we have the cousin of the back test. Not always, but sometimes it will pull back to the 06 and then kind of push off from there. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to trade it again. I've already traded, I think, twice that level. And then arguably on the other token, on the other face of the coin, we could have taken that short at 1975. You can rewind the tape. I was actually talking about potentially shorting that 1975 here. So there's both ways of looking at it. And that's what's trippy about the market, that as long as you understand that this game is nothing but the greatest game of ping pong and Jenga, you have both options. You can short, you can long whenever we're on pullback mode, whenever we are getting both ways volatility. But typically I stick to the long because, again, I'm not going to be trading every single move in the market. You know what I mean? But I do understand the levels. So as long as you understand the levels, you can rewind the tape. I did talk about potentially shorting up here, down here. I prefer to stick with that down here. It's a level to level game, level to level. But I am not going to be shorting 1925. The trap. And not smelling like a trap to the downside. I don't want to say anything, but I would argue we're pushing higher from here. We'll see. Below 06, we're obviously pushing lower. Above 06, I think we're pushing higher right now. And that trap down there, it's exactly what we talk about here on this stream every single day. You can see that. Look how they play out. Just look at them. It's a V for victory. This thing wants to push higher, I think, right now. I don't know. We'll see, but look at it. It does the V, the ducking V, every time. Whenever you have the pullbacks, they always reverse with the trap right here. So our job is not to guess how high it's going to go, right? But rather, Europe has reversed and dumped. We'll see. But nonetheless, I think what I wanted to kind of point out here is our job is to spot these. We are well above our ADR for the day. I'll be honest, Kim, I have no idea what ADR is. ADR. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what that means. Average daily range. Gotcha. Like I said, I honestly, I used to trade with indicators, trend lines. I have no idea what they are. I haven't used any of them in a long time. I wait for these. Look at this. This right here. Our job is to get long here, which is what what I just did there. But when I was new, I was like, how do I get in these rallies? Like, how can I find, why doesn't the rally ever come when I'm long? Why don't these candles ever pump when I'm long? You know what I mean? Like, and very simple. This is our key here. This is the money right. I preach this every single day, day in and day out. This is the trap down there. Look at it. It smells like the trap. It looks like the trap. It even looks like a trap. Look at it again. The V playing out. My goodness, I took profit early again. Why do I gotta be so greedy and take profit so quickly? When I'm up like 10 points, 15, I mean, I'm kind of happy with that. I was up 10 points, I think, on that one. They're just watching. may mean that we have the volatility in US. Probably. I'll be honest. I'm still waiting for a little bit bigger of a pullback, right? Like this. Yes, we pull back, but not that big. You know what I mean? Like we're almost right back up. I would be okay with seeing this thing sell off. You know what I mean? Like it's healthy for the market. Look at that trap though. This I keep on talking about it because this is where we want to learn to trade. This is where we want to spot these. We want to be in here. This is when the party is getting started. You know what I mean? Like the drinks are flowing. Everything's good down here. Here, we're late to the party. You know, we're already like, we're late. This is late here. You can slice it however way you want. You can read the candles, however prettiness you want to tell me with footprint charts, which I've used footprint charts. Bookmap. I use Bookmap for like 6-8 months straight without any real, I guess you could say, extra enhanced profitability or, you know, enough data for me to gather that I can excel using that. The trend line here, I mean, you can trade this a million different ways. More ways than I can explain. But what I can explain is that right there. We have a level of support. We get the dip below the level of support. We squeeze right back above the level of support. You take the long and then you just wait and let her ride. Exactly as I sing sometimes. We must let it print, let it print, let it print. And then yeah, I take profit early, but that's my problem. This is where we want to be right there. We must spot these. If you're not smelling these, if you're not looking for these, it's likely going to be you the one getting trapped. And just like that, we're right back up. This is why I like to wait for the dump. And then we wait for the trap. And then we get the rip. We get the dip, we get the rip. But if we just get the rip without the dip, it becomes very complicated. Because then with the rip, we must be willing to buy the rip at a ripper price and then rip. I'm going crazy over here. So we gotta wait for the dip and then we buy the dip. So we get the rip. This thing's looking like we're gonna go all the way back up to that 27.25. If we get back above 27.25, yes, it's an amazing long above there, but I would need to see some type of acceptance. I don't want to just get long because we hit that level, you know what I mean? I would want to see some type of consolidation or some type of, you know, acceptance above that level. So perhaps maybe go to like 32, you know, kind of base out above 27, below maybe 32, 35, and kind of base out here and then look for that squeeze. That's what acceptance means. It means that we accept the level when we reclaim a level of resistance. Because now we know 27.25 is going to be a key level of resistance. Do not be in shock if we get around here, you know what I mean? And then we dip. Because it should not come into a surprise. But at the same time, am I going to be surprised that we squeeze through 27.25? No, because we're very bullish. Well, all right, it's 10:15, 9:15 my time. I think I'm done. I already traded a couple extra times. I'm green on the day. I'm kind of satisfied with these profits, and I did take profit early, but last time I checked, that's always a good problem to have. So I'm going to walk away. I'm going to leave you with that. And I know it's exciting, especially with certain events happening around worldwide. But we must, as I always say, Leave the bias outside. Leave your bias at the door. Don't come here and trade with a bias. We must follow price. Who cares? Trump, Kamala, Trump won. Okay, perfect. Now let's go on to the next major level of event. Yes, me and you can talk all day about politics, right? And we can talk all day about why he shouldn't have won or why he would have won. But that is not productive in the sense of understanding the charts. We need to talk about charts over here if we want to understand this game, right? But leave the bias outside and simply wait for this. See that right there? That's the beginning of every move. It always is the beginning of every move. You've seen it many times here now, where I'm always talking about these traps. My whole concept is about trading this particular setups, the traps and the back tests and the breakdowns. We spotted that 27.25 failure there. We get the dump. We spotted the trap, the reversal there. We get the rip. Now we're getting the reclaim of where we just dumped from. This level here is a key level that if we do take back, we're squeezing higher. But like I said, first I need to see some level of acceptance that we accept this level. I don't want to get long right here, right now, just because we are here. Good morning. Versetti, good morning. See that trap down there, Versetti? Same thing as yesterday, isn't it? Same thing as every day. I'm already done. I made my trades. I'm happy with my profits on the day. Boom. The V for victory. It's coming. It came. It looks always the same, doesn't it? Look at it. Look at that thing. It's amazing right there. I don't know why just it plays out like that. Our job is to get long down there, baby. This is our job right here. Right there. This here, you can trade a million different ways. Footprint charts, book map, order flow, pretty much candlesticks, patterns, you know, pretty much anything you want. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap all that up. I'm going to wrap it all up. And I'm going to throw that thing out of the garbage. Get that shit out of here. We wait for the trap, a level of support that we must be marking from a big time frame. We get the dip below that level. We squeeze right back above that level. And then we wait for the V, for the victory lap, and we take profit. And that's that. We don't need indicators. We don't need fancy indicators to tell us this. There are no indicators that can tell us this. Zero. You see this 27.25? If we were to squeeze through today, right? This was the previous all-time high. Set back when? This. You gotta follow along with this thing. See that? That 27.25 was set back in October the 17th. So, very simple. If we squeeze, and let's say we go, it really doesn't matter where we go to. But let's just say we go here. You know what I mean? We go through there. And then later on, in a month, 2 months, or in a week, or in a day, I don't know when. But let's say we were to come back. This is the all-time high, right? 27.25. The moment we get a little bit of a dip, 3 to 5 points ideally, we get the squeeze right back above that 27.25. We get long, and then we wait for the V for the victory. So these levels, they come into play in the future. Don't, you know, just kind of shrug them off. You know what I mean? Like, keep them here. I was going to ask you video recap of today's trading. A video recap. I guess I could pull one up, but I can just kind of tell you here. We have this 06 level here. We break down below. We squeeze right back above. But you mean like you want to like a little bit deeper of understanding of it? The simple idea is we right there got the trap. So a little deeper, I guess I can kind of make that video up later, but Yeah, I guess I can make it later. But here, in terms of for you to just kind of understand, I'll give you kind of a little rundown, right? This 27.25 was a key level. That was a October 17 previous all-time high. We are, yeah, I should actually. We've been spotting these every day now. Quite amazing how these things play out. I will actually. I can do that. This week has been full of traps, as exactly as mentioned, that this week is going to be a week of volatility, so we must follow the trap. Exactly on the video I posted up yesterday. Follow the trap. Who cares who wins? Let's Kamala, whoever, that's your personal belief, but let's wait. Let's follow the trap. If you can't answer who got trapped, it's likely gonna be you. No indicators required. Nothing. Why do I take profit so early? I don't know. One of these days, just for fun, I'm gonna trade minis. Sorry, the micros. I'm gonna trade micros, and I'm gonna get long at a trap, and I'm gonna let those things go, like for a long time. Today would have been even a good day to do that. Obviously, I'll still trade the minis, right? I'm just saying, like, just to kind of test out to see how far the trap can really go. Because I could have still been long since, look at this. That 25-30 level there. I think I made, I don't know, somewhere there I made like 15 points. Every day about 15 points is my target. But look at that. I could have still been long since, Monday. Not once would I have been taken out from that key level of support there. We talked a lot about that key level of support. When you have a level that tests 21 days on the daily chart, it will be a key level of support. And look at that, exactly right there. And hence why, even on the video of yesterday, I said it, I'm like, if we hold this level, we're likely pushing to the highs. And everybody on Twitter probably still shorting, looking for the short, feeling all bearish. If somebody tells you to short this thing, unless we're breaking down, fine. But like, if you're just wanting to short here because you just feel like shorting here, or because the footprint chart says that there are more sellers than buyers right now, who the fudge says there's more sellers than buyers? Do you like? Sometimes I wonder what these people smoke. Like, look at this. How are you gonna argue that there are more sellers than buyers? Look at the daily chart. How can you justify to me that there are more sellers than buyers? Look at that. Yes, you might be like, okay, well, they're not meaning like, bigger time frame. They're just talking about right now. You know what I mean? Like, there are more sellers at 31 than there are at 27. That's some complicated scientific project that I don't want a part of, okay? And I get it when later on this is gonna backfire at some point. Somebody's gonna come here and be like, but the delta works. The point of control, the volume, the point of control is sitting at 19. So we're gonna reverse back to the point of control. Or we're gonna be taking some longs off the point of control. The delta. The RSI is too high. Means that we're gonna sell off. Now, the MACD, the Fibonacci retracements, the gap fill, the volume, the shut up. Take all that garbage, basura. We wait for the trap, we trade the trap, and that's it. Done. I'm done. And this thing wants to still push off higher. So we're accepting this level now. And exactly as kind of pointed out here, I mean, We want to wait for that level to reclaim it. Back tested 27.25, almost to the tick. The cup and handle pattern. The cup and handle, the boner candle, the oh my goodness. It's just too much of it. So we're accepting 27.25 again. You can see we get the kind of like denial here. We get the squeeze. We get the back test. Price is very keenly telling us that, you know, we want higher. So I'm going to be staying out of it for now just because I already trying to trade it. And again, where is the beginning of this move? The beginning is right there. Our job is to get in long down here. This is when the party is perfect for us. The beers are flowing. The drinks are flowing. The food is still fresh. You know what I mean? Right here, the food is already getting old. The drink is already getting warm. And then sooner or later, the party's going to have to end. You know what I mean? But our job is to be long down here. Down here. We must get long here. You know what I mean? Look at it. If you were to show me this chart, where is the best entry? It's right here, right? Think about it. It's right there, right? It's not here. It's not here. It's not here. It's right there, right? So I like your trading style. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Now, and also I don't like to overtrade, so I'm gonna kind of stay out of this for now. But we want to get in long here. This is our job here. See what I mean? Like right there. The more we can get ourselves in here, the more we know the probabilities of us staying long in these choo-choo train moves like this is higher, right? And then my problem is I take profit too early. You know what I mean? But it's like, oh my gosh, I got to get long, heavier, leave a runner. I say this every day. And there we go. We're squeezing even higher. And this is why, I mean, like, the trend is very clear right now. It's been very clear this whole time. Even with the dip, you know, like you missed the dip at open, right? Like, you know, some traders they'll say, oh, whatever, like you, or in general, if you miss this dip, it's okay. Let it go. You know what I mean? Like, come at peace with the market. There's always another move. We are gonna die, and the candles are still gonna print. So when you acknowledge that, you know that you didn't miss anything. Yes, we talked about shorting below this level, right? 27.25. But I didn't. I don't like the shorting side. That's my struggle. You know, that's a personal thing on me, but because they're more tricky. So I don't, it's more difficult. Put it like that. It's not that I don't know when to short. It's that I just don't like to take them. I on purposely do not take trades that I don't feel or that I know might, you know, I don't perform as well. But that trap down there, see what I'm saying? Like, the dip came, we got the rip, and which one was the better trade out of the two? The rip. Can you take 1, 2? I mean, if I get long 2, I can take one out here, right? For example, and I can leave one running, yes. But the problem is, I don't know why I kind of feel this way. I shouldn't. But let's assume I leave a runner, right? All right. So I'm up $1,000, let's assume. Or let's say whatever, 1,500. And then it pulls back, and then I only make 750. So I break even on the runner, which is okay. That's the purpose of the runner, right? To go as high as I can. But then giving back that much profit, I don't like it. I kind of tend to lock it in. So even when I'm long 2, or when I say that I'm going to have a runner, I tend to lock it in early. That's what I'm saying. One of these days, I'm going to trade the two of them. I'm going to trade the micros, and I'm going to trade the minis. So on the minis, I'm going to be locking profit in. And on the micros, I'm going to be letting those babies ride. Because they're, you know, they're easier to kind of, they're less money in general, right? So maybe I can start developing a better runner strategy with the minis, with the micros, and then get comfortable with with the micros doing that and then push it over to the minis. Because I could have still been long. There was no need to really lock in profit there. As long as those 6 held, we were going to continue higher. Now the game becomes the same. As long as 27.25 holds, we're going to continue higher. We already backtested once here. So the second time we backtest, I would like to see some type of trap below this level. So maybe towards that 22 and then pop back above 27 and then look for that push on higher. That's because we already had a backtest here. You can see that right there. If we had not had a backtest, like if we had just squeezed, then I'll be long right there. You know what I mean? You always have to watch price. I know that little wick doesn't look like much, but it's a very telling wick. It is extremely telling. It's telling us the full story right now that we had the squeeze, we had the back test, and now we're rallying from that back test from that 27.50. And you can clearly see how we have resistance, we get denied, right? We get the squeeze through it, and then we get back test, and then we push off from it, meaning we're making that previous level support. There's no need to overtrade. There's no need to guess. And most importantly, there's no need to basically try to look for a long here because you know we're late to the party now. You know that we should have been long here. You should be with a runner right now. Me. I'm talking about me, I guess. I should be with a runner right now. As I say every day. But anyways, you know what I mean? I do my best. I'm getting better every single day, and I just thank God for that. So I know that I will be getting better, and it's only a matter of time before you see here basically capitalizing on 50 points plus. But let's start off with the 15-20 points, risking 2 to 3 points. That is very good in my opinion. We don't want to risk 3 points and then get 3 points of reward. You know what I mean? I see some traders, some scalpers, or in general, like some type of trading where they're getting long and they're taking profit 3 points while risking 3 points. That's 1-to-1. Like, you stop and think about it. Like, if I put in a quarter at the slot machine, it's likely not going to pay me back anything, but I don't risk too much, whatever. But the idea is the same. If you go to the casino, you put $1 on the table, you don't want to be able to make $1, right? Or else what's the fun in that? You want to put in a quarter and be with the idea that you can make multiple times of return of your money. You want to be able to make 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 5-to-1 based on your risk. And this is the only way to really do it, in my opinion. I don't know if I get long here, I can basically say to you, we're going to get 5-to-1 here. I have no idea. But when these traps come in, I do feel good enough to know that I can risk 3 points or sometimes a little bit more, depending on what the trade demands and the type of volatility we're getting. But if I'm risking 3 points, I know that my strategy and I know that this particular way of trading can reward me with 3, 4, 5 folds on what I'm risking. And can you argue it with me? Well, we got long, it was around 06. We have I'm risking 3 points. So from the 06, we got to the 16. That's 10 points. We got to 26. That's 20 points. And we got past 36. That is 30 points. Multiple returns on our risk. So yes, I didn't fully capitalize on the full 30 points, but you got to understand what I'm trying to tell you here, that you're going to risk 3 points. You need to have a strategy where you can make 20 points, 15 points, 30 points, 100 points, whatever it is, right? But risking 3 points to make 3 points, that makes no sense to me. All right, well, I'm done for today. I do appreciate all of you guys tuning in again. Kim is already done with her day, so stay green if you're green. Don't push your luck, you know what I mean? This move is all one giant leg. Do not be trying to overtrade up here. Don't do it. But yeah, if you do want to see the stream grow, of course, hit that like button. It might actually help the algorithms push this thing further. And as always, if you do want to join a free community where it's 100% free and there will be no in-app purchases, well, it's here. The link is on the chat right now, and we do have different levels and different ideas bouncing there all day. So yeah, you're invited if you want to join. It's there. Thank you all for tuning in once again. I appreciate your support. I will be back here again tomorrow at 9 in the morning as usual. And get ready because tomorrow is Thursday. We have FOMC at 2 o'clock. We'll see what type of action we get in the morning. I'm going to be trading likely in the morning, depending what type of action we're getting. And then I'm thinking about streaming that 2 o'clock FOMC Fed rate decision because that's going to be such a volatile time and I love it. But, you know, at these times, you must basically expect the trap, wait for the trap, and follow the trap. You cannot just, do anything like long and short. You will get blown up quick. So I'm going to walk away. Thank you all. We caught the trap again down there. I'm happy with it. Could have been better, but always the could have, the would have, the should have. And I just know that every day I'm getting better. I thank God for that. And I hope that you yourself are getting better every day. Pat yourself on the back for the progress that you are making. And just know that every single day you can get a little bit better. And that in itself can give you hope for the future. So I am done. Thank you all for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful day. I am walking away. Ciao.